Hi everybody, I'm joining you here from the beach. The kids just made off with our food. That's okay, I suppose. It is a beautiful, perfect, warm Maine summer day. This is like all those cold, wintry, brown, wet, freezing, snowy days that are not so fun. This is our payoff right here. So we're here at the beach. I try to tear away as often as I can in the summer to go to the beach. It's not always easy because, people do want their yarn, especially if they paid for it. They tend to want it sent to them. So, but that's okay. And sheep need to be moved and that sort of thing. Where it's always busy with the sheep, but it's maybe a little less right now because lambing is done and shearing is done, and the lambs are big and roly-poly. There is still, like, my dad moves them every 3 days or so, and that's a lot of work because he uses electronet, like a temporary electronet fencing. So sometimes we go and help with that. Sometimes we don't always get a chance. So yeah, it's maybe a little bit of a break, as much as a break as you can get with farming. Yep. Elsie has something to say here.
Hi. I'm eating a strawberry.
Yeah, what else did you pack?
Pop-Tarts.
Naughty treat, huh? What else?
Water.
Yeah.
And almost cantaloupe, but we didn't.
Almost.
The special type.
Yeah, it was like a lemon one or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've been trying to soak up the summer sun, that's for sure. So we went to Florida in June, and they're not kidding when they say it's hot in Florida in June. I don't even know, honestly, I don't know how people do it. Like, my husband loved it, Daddy loved it, but the second I stepped outside, I was like, like, help. And they were saying that's not even as hot as it gets, so kudos to everybody who's able to do that. Davey, don't kick sand, please.
Don't be naughty in the video.
Don't be naughty in real life either. Kick sand over there. That's perfectly fine. Go kick it into the ocean. Ocean loves that.
Yeah, the ocean loves sand.
Yeah, that's true.
It turns into mud.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'd never been to Florida. My brother and my sister moved down there. My sister-in-law moved down there. And if you've been following us, then you know that. So here's the plan originally. They moved down. They used to live in Maine, of course. Anyway, I've just been talking and it wasn't recording. Not sure how that happened, but anyway. Yeah, our trip to Florida. They moved down to Florida, and it had been like 5 years or so since we had visited. And, because everyone has responsibilities, and it costs money and time, and it's hard to pull away. So on a whim, I was like, you know what, we're doing it, we're just gonna go. And 10 days later, my brother passed away. So you just wonder about the timing sometimes, like, I just wish I'd booked a little bit sooner, but anyway, try not to dwell on the what ifs. So we went to Florida. We had a grand old time. We got to see some of the big old city. We got to see some of the country. Our GPS, we were trying to go from Tampa to St. Augustine, and our GPS took us down a sand road. I can't even call it a dirt road. It was like this beach. And we got up to the axles, and we're like, you know what? This is probably a bad idea. It was in Orange Springs, I think. Beautiful country, all kinds of farms, wilderness, but it was like palm trees and saw palmettos. It was so cool. the kids and I were just talking about like the different plants and animals and things that we saw. So cool. Very hot, yes, but really neat. So after we visited them, the kids actually came up to Maine. They were here for 2 weeks, and they got to have the whole Maine experience. We went and saw the ocean. They saw where their dad grew up, you know. And Davey is putting sand in his hair. Anyway, so yeah, we had a great time, and I think now it's good to get back to like a routine, you know, kind of a sense of normal. Kids tend to do well when they have a predictable routine, so that's been good too. We're sad to see him go, but glad we got to visit them. So can't lose a toy. Ruben's at this stage where he has to have something in his hands at all times. He's at the like play explore stage, and he's loving it. He's 6 months old yesterday. I can hardly believe it. I still haven't sent out all my thank you notes for the things that people have given him or were but anyway, he's loving life. He loves people, like anyone. He's just loves to smile and snuggle. And okay, so let's talk yarn and wool. I will have I think I have some videos from Shearing for you. So I'll splice them in here at some point. We had a good shearing. We had a friend of ours came down and helped roast about for us, so he was cool. Oh, she's found a crab. So he helped us with a lot of heavy lifting, which was nice for me because I didn't exactly reach my goal peak fitness but by sharing time, but that's okay. It's a work in progress. But I was able to get it done, so that was a good feeling too. All the sheep sheared. I've gotten so I really do enjoy shearing. I wish that I could do it like 5 sheep a day instead of like all the sheep in 1 or 2 days, but it's got to come off, that's for sure. And okay, so we started a new group. It's called Maritime Family Fiber Books and Wool. It's a group where we can have sort of like discussions. A lot of you have been very patient with me because for some reason, okay, let me just complain for a second here. Sort of computer illiterate to begin with, and Facebook has a business app, and I think they're so obsessed with improving this app so that like every time I open the app it looks different and it's moved around, and every time it seems to make just a little bit less sense as to where everything is. So yeah, maybe that's an excuse, but anyway, I'm figuring it out. I didn't realize I had to like approve posts. Mama, are you saying mama? Is that did I hear your first word, mama? I think it's gonna be Mwah. Cool. I found another crab. What was I saying? Yeah, okay. Pardon the interruption. We have a crab. Woohoo! Ruben's excited too.
There's a crab in my hand.
Okay, don't get too much sand.
This is a crab.
It's a green crab.
Mhm.
Okay, go take him over there. Go build a habitat for him, okay?
Okay.
We're building a home. Okay. So yes, I've been figuring out the settings. I didn't realize I had to approve pending posts, so people are posting and no one was seeing it. But they are approved now. We can have a discussion about what we're doing. We can hold knit-alongs there. And I'd like to have read-alongs, read and knit-alongs. My favorite one we've done so far was when we read The Lighthouse Keeper's Wife and knit the shawl/scarf that goes with it. And in the future I can see we'll probably do stuff like that too with original patterns. But for this summer, we all deserve a break. So, you know, it's been I want to keep it laid back. Our first book we're doing is Lost on a Mountain in Maine. It's a very quick read, and it reads almost like it's almost like one side of an interview written down verbatim. So it's very, very conversational. It's like the man, man now, he was a boy at the time, just talking about what happened. And it's a really cool story. It's a true story. And I think you really like it. We were trying to go for lighthearted. It's not exactly lighthearted, although it does, everyone knows by now, it does have a happy ending. And our theme is going to be hiking gear. So if you think like boot socks or gloves or fingerless gloves or, hats, that kind of thing, something that we'd want on a hike. Something you'd want if you were lost on a mountain in Maine, although... spoiler alert, he didn't have those, but I won't get into that. So, yeah, I think that's going to be fun, and it's going to be a quick read. Some of you have probably already finished it by the time I announced what the book was, but I don't want to put pressure on anybody, and honestly, even if you want to join and not even read the book, just read the chapter synopsis, I'm okay with that too. No pressure. You're not being graded. I know some people aren't on Facebook, so... I think I'll probably just post a synopsis on the blog as well. The blog is not very good at, what, do you see yourself? Do you see yourself? At participation, because I actually can't comment on it. I think I can moderate comments, but every time I go in there, there's people that post spammy links in the comments. And I always wonder, what, does it ever get people? It must, otherwise they wouldn't do it anymore. But, oh well. They're probably not even people. They're probably just computers. But, yeah, so that's that. Don't throw sand, please, Davy. Davy, don't throw sand at us, okay?
No bombs.
Yeah, but not at us. Hi. You would never do that, would you? You throw sand at me when you get older? Will you throw sand at me, too? Says I'd do it now if I could. I'd do it now if I could. Anyway, okay, so, yeah, I've been in a very sock mode. God bless socks. They're I obviously haven't been able to knit like normal, although I think I'm close. I think I'm close to getting back there. Yes, I do. I think you're close. He spends a little less time in my arms, maybe. A little less time. Lets me put him down for 2 minutes at a time. But socks have been my constant because you can just pick them up. You can just work on them. You can just set them down. There's no confusing patterns to think about. You're just so smiley. So socks has been my go-to. I don't know how many pairs I've done this year. But what I have with me today is I have, everything always gets tangled here, Elsie's Flamingo Socks. So this is the soft spun, and it's called Flamingo. It's dyed by the fleece artist, the fleece artist. She's a Canadian dyer, and you can actually, this is a repeatable colorway. It's part of those soft spun hand painted colors, and it didn't have sand in it until now, but I started these in Florida, which I thought was appropriate because, flamingos, Florida, and, yeah, these are just going to be socks for Elsie. She loves them already. They're very soft. I gotta say, normally I wouldn't do socks with soft spun, but, where these kids just grow up so fast, I've noticed, she'll probably grow out of them before she wears out of them, so. Hey, don't, that's sharp. That's sharp. That don't go in your mouth. These chagus. Chagu. I think it's pronounced chagu. I always say chiagus, but, man, they are not messing around with the sharpness of the needles. I don't know if I like it or not. I like the needles. They're the favorite I've found, but it really forces you, I used to really push my stitches down when I would knit. I do not do that anymore. I've had to adjust because you can't, especially with the smaller needles. But that being said, I do like these because the flexible needles and the fixed ones are long enough for my liking for the magic loop and everything. I do not like circular needles that are too short because I feel like I really need to get a purchase with my pinky. However, I've been having to buy them individually and at the different lengths. Hey, you. So it's kind of pricey, but oh well. Just chip away at it and you don't even notice. And then, I don't know if I showed you these last time. These are just little short socks for me. I think I'm going to try to make them short enough so that maybe I can get a pair for Elsie out of them too. Maybe. Although I didn't realize. I was making these socks and I was like, hey, you. I was like, oh, these are just way too big to foot on these. And then I tried them on her. And they were just right. So, kids' feet, they grow so fast. This is, oh no, the colorway. I'll have to write it down below. I don't think it's Toodaloo. I think it's Marion's Hope or something like that. It's one of my mom's Bucks Harbor Girls colorways. Nope. Get out of here, bud. And anyway, it's just a nice grapey sort of purple, and it's tonal, and it's got whites, and yeah, just a good steady sock, right? The fishermen are all coming in off their boats, probably think I'm crazy, but oh well. Yeah. So Dave just got in from a clam tide. He's been clamming out in the cove, they call it. They have to go early to this place and let the tide go out. And then they can clam, and then they have to let the tide come back in to float their boats again so they can get home. So it's quite an involved process, but the clams are really good there, so that's worth it, they say. What, buddy, what? Oh, so sad. Oh, why are you so sad? So the summer mystery bags went really well. Thank you everybody who participated in those. I had so much fun packing them. I always have a last minute panic attack thinking like, did I put enough in these? But I know I always, at least like monetarily, there's always, it's always a good deal. So that was fun. Probably won't be till fall till we get another one, but okay, I have a confession to make too. I love summer. But I've been weirdly, excited about fall already. Isn't that terrible? We just got through winter. But it's just I think I have as much fun anticipating what's coming as I do the actual season, so I can't help it. But just, my favorite is that late summer where it's still nice and hot during the day, and then it's just that chill in the morning. That's my favorite. So, yeah, so I will send you some pictures of the sheep here, some videos and things, and we'll be in touch. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. She's doing a good job trying to take care of it. Oops. Ginger?
No.
So I don't know about that. What are you doing, Hazel? You trying to swat the flies for him? Here you go, cow.
Really?
Good morning, everybody. We're here, and it is shearing day. Look at this beautiful view we got for shearing. That's my sheep. Shearing day. We're just taking Candace is manning the smoko tent. None of us actually smoke, but she's bringing all the goodies, all the fancy food and stuff. I don't actually have any. I never have any videos of when I'm shearing. Everyone's gonna think it's like a farce. I'm just pretending, but
it's hard when you're doing the work because then you don't have anyone to take a video.
Yeah, but they're getting done. Let's see if I can show you. We're getting there. It's wicked hot. I know it's not hot for what most people think, but hey, Ray Beans. Hot little boy too. And there's Jack. He's like, hey, look at me. How did you like it?
It was good.
Was it fun?
Florida.
Was that so exciting?
Yeah.
Don't water beans. Aww. You've been slept most of the time. What was your favorite part about flying?
Landing.
Yeah.
It was so fun. Somewhere under me. That's creepy eyes. That's creepy, but I love it. A yellow fish. It looks like I'm going to fall into the water. It's glass. Hey, it looks like those fish are eating algae. Look, that one's eating algae off of that plant.
Yeah.
Stuck to that glass. These fish are cool. I just drew a hot dog. I'm gonna watch the marshmallows. Oh, Bob, your hot dog's burned.
Those called like Saturn missiles.
I like those ones too. Ooh.
Ah!